So yeah, now we'll be seeing about the iris biometric system. And in iris biometrics, as it is, we all know that it is externally visible and colored ring around the people, as you are seeing in the diagram. The flowery pattern will be unique for each individual, and here the right and left eye of any given individual have unrelated iris pattern. Iris is stable throughout the life, and it is a randomness. So here you can able to see the anatomical structure of iris. And the advantage of iris recognition, it is highly protected internal organ of the eye, and it is externally visible pattern imaged from a distance, and it is a patterns apparently stable throughout the life. Iris shape is far more predictable than that of the face, so no need for a person to touch any equipment. So also there are some drawbacks of iris recognition. That is localization fails for dark eyes and highly susceptible for changes in weather or due to infection. Obscured by eyelashes, lenses or reflections, and it should be a well-trained and cooperative user should be required for this iris recognition. And the acquisition devices which is used for iris recognition is more expensive. And there is also a remarkable story for of Sharbat Gula for this iris recognition. The first photograph which is shown here is taken in 1984, which is she is in age of 12, and in a refugee camp in Pakistan by National Geographic photographer Steve M.C. Curry, and the same photograph has been traced by 18 years later to a remote part of Afghanistan where she was again photographed by M.C. Curry, is told by National Geographic in their magazine. It is a April 2002 issue. And this is a generic iris biometric system. And about the literature review, does it Floom and Sapphire is their dogma approach, Wild's approach and proposed implementation. And when we come across the Floom and Sapphire in 1987, the authors obtained a patent for an unimplemented conceptual design of an iris biometric system. So their description have suggested to have a highly controlled conditions, a headrest and target image to direct the subject's gas and manual operator. Pupil expansion and contraction was controlled by changing the illumination to force the pupil to a predetermined size. To detect the people, the threshold will be based approach, and extraction of iris descriptors will be the pattern recognition tools and age detection algorithms and transform. So iris features could be stored on a credit card or identification card to support verification tasks. And when we come across the documents approach, it is a 1994 patent described an operation iris recognition system in the same title. And here the image acquisition, iris localization and iris normalization will be taking place in documents approach, and feature encoding is done by using a 2D wavelet demodulation. And the matching, here the Hamming distance is used, which measures the fraction of bits for which two iris codes can be disagreed. When we come across the Wild's approach, it describes an iris biometric system developed at some of labs, and image acquisition, a diffuse light source and the low light level camera has been used for image acquisition, and iris localization, feature extraction and matching. When we come across the proposed implementation, the iris recognition system developed consists of image acquisition, pre-processing, iris localization, iris normalization, feature extraction and matching. Okay, thank you.